Good day everyone, especially to Sir Alquino. We are the Group 6 and we are here to discuss the Colreg 72, Rule 18 and Rule 19. The course outcome of this topic is to gain an understanding of Rule 18, which is responsibilities between vessels, and the Rule 19, conduct of vessels in restricted visibility. The learning outcome. The explanation of Rule 18 and Rule 19. The importance of this topic. These rules are set out to be followed by ships and other vessels at sea to prevent collisions between two or more vessels. Next, we will discuss about the responsibilities between vessels to be discussed by Cadet Aldrin Humawan.
Explanation of Rule 18 Responsibilities between vessels. Vessels constrained by their draught, any vessel except a vessel not under command or restricted in her ability to maneuver must avoid impeding the safe passage of vessel constrained by her draught and exhibiting the signal mentioned in Rule 28. The words, if the circumstances of the case admit, are included in Rule 8 to take account of the fact that some vessels, particularly vessels engaged in the fishing, may be unable to take effective avoiding action in sufficient time. A vessel required to avoid impeding safe passage of a vessel constrained by her draught must, if the circumstances of the case admit, take early action to allow sufficient sea room for the safe passage of other vessels. Rule 18 requires a vessel constrained by her draught to navigate with particular caution, having full regarding to her special condition. Categories of vessel. A vessel may only be justified in regarding herself as falling with a certain category of privileged vessels. For the purpose of Rule 18, if she satisfies the condition of the relevant definition of Rule 3 and is also showing the light or shape prescribed in the appropriate rule of Part C, a vessel engaged in a towing operation is not privileged with respect to other vessels unless she is severely restricted in her ability to deviate from her course. A vessel engaged in towing operation is not privileged with respect to the other vessel. A seaplane on the water shall in general keep well clear of all vessels and avoiding impeding their navigation. In circumstances, however, where risk of a collision exists, she shall comply with the rules of this part. A weak craft when taking off, landing, and in flight near the surface shall keep well clear of all other vessels and avoiding impeding their navigation. A weak craft operating on the water surface shall comply with the rules of this part as a power-driven vessel. Habadan will continue the report.
So good day everyone, this is Deck Cadet Dave Habadan, and today I would like to share and discuss the Rule 18, responsibilities between vessels. So let's start. Except where Rules 9, 10, and 13 otherwise require. So a power-driven vessel underway shall keep out of the way of. First, a vessel not under command. Second, a vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver. Third, a vessel engaged in fishing. Fourth, a sailing vessel. Next is B. A sailing vessel underway shall keep out of the way of. First, a vessel not under command. Second, a vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver. And third, a vessel engaged in fishing. Next is C. A vessel engaged in fishing when underway shall, so far as possible, keep out of the way of. First, a vessel not under command. Second, a vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver. Next is D. First, any vessel other than a vessel not under command or vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver shall, if the circumstances of the case admit, avoid impeding the safe passage of vessel constrained by her draught, exhibiting the signal in Rule 28. Second, a vessel constrained by her draught shall navigate with particular caution, having full regard to her special condition. Next is E, the last. A seaplane on the water shall in general keep well clear of all vessels and avoid impeding their navigation. In circumstances, however, where risk of collision exists, she shall comply with the rules of this part. Next is F. First, a weak craft when taking off, landing, in flight near the surface shall keep well clear of all other vessels and avoid impeding their navigation. Next is second, the last one. A weak craft operating on a water surface shall comply with the rules of this part as power-driven vessel. So that would be all. So this is Decadent Habadan and who shares and discuss the rule 18. So these rules are very important because it helps to be aware and avoid any collision in ship. So thank you so much.
I'm Cadet Ayan Sigun Magallaon, and I'm here to discuss about the Rule 19, Conduct of Vessels in Restricted Visibility. First, this rule applies to vessels not in sight of one another when navigating in or near an area of restricted visibility. Second, every vessel shall proceed at a safe speed adapted to prevailing circumstances and conditions of restricted visibility. A power-driven vessel shall have her engines ready for immediate maneuver. Third, every vessel shall have due regard to the prevailing circumstances and conditions of restricted visibility when complying with the rules of Section 1 of this part. And last, a vessel which detects by radar alone the presence of another vessel shall determine if a close quarter situation is developing and or risk of collision exists. If so, she shall take avoiding action in ample time, provided that when such an action consists of an alteration of course. So far as possible, the following shall be avoided. The next who will report is Cadet Hava John Simon.
Hi, good day everyone. Good day, sir. This is John Simon Hava. This is the continuation of Rule 19, Conduct of Vessels in Restricted Visibility. So, in the first, an alteration of course to port for a vessel forwards of the beam other than for a vessel being overtaken. The second one, an alteration of course towards a vessel abeam or abaft the beam. So, in the part E, except where it does not exist, every vessel which hears apparently forwards of her beam the fog signal of another vessel, or which cannot avoid a close quarters situation with another vessel forwards of her beam, shall reduce her speed to the minimum at which she can be kept on her course. She shall, if necessary, take all her way off, and in any event navigate with extreme caution until danger of collision is over. Thank you.